Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome anyways. Hope that you guys are all having a beautiful day. Nonetheless, let's jump into it. So first and foremost, I just want to say, yes, the market had a bad day. I mentioned this in my past videos as well, even before the weekend got here, and I said, Saturdays are typically bloody. We'll most likely have a bloody Saturday. And you know what? I'm actually happy that we did, because the reason why is because typically when we have a bloody weekend, we typically have a green Monday. Now, I just want to say that a green Monday is very rare, so it could very well be a bloody weekend, so Sunday and also into Monday. I would not be surprised at all. Now, where does that put us in terms of price? Right now, Bitcoin at 35.5K, kind of battling resistance and support. We do see that the market is down a little bit more. It's down almost $20 billion in terms of market cap. We do see most alts performing very poorly. XRP down 5%. And pretty much the entire market's red. We do have a few green assets here, but they're not. It's nothing too crazy. AMP up, almost 20%, incredible. But for the most part, everything else is red. And this is normal. It's nothing too crazy. We've seen this before many times. But I do want to address a few things. So first, let's look at XRP. So XRP is riding support. I mentioned in my previous videos that we could definitely see 75 cents again. Hey, we got 75 cents. Got a little bit lower. We did almost hit 73 cents exact. We hit it a little bit lower at about 72 cents. Nothing too crazy. I'm not too concerned on this. We didn't break any major technical levels at all. We could say that this technically was our next level to be broken if we didn't hold that 70-cent zone. Hey, but we did. So that is not a bad price action insight there. But what I want to talk about, and I know that a lot of people will say this video is clickbait, but I think that we are ranging to go much higher once the market does kind of stabilize. Yes, we are getting some juicy buy-ins right now. Entire market looks good for some buys. But I do want to discuss this whole death cross that we got on Bitcoin today. When we hear something like death cross, first off, let's think about how comical that sounds. Death cross. We got to think about market psychology, market manipulation as well, right? Because when we look back at the market, a lot of things happened in these highs and these lows. First off, we know we did get the whole Doge pump from Elon Musk, followed by him going on SNL saying everything to the moon, everybody thinking, oh, everything's going to be golden. We got to be careful of FOMO traps for retail buyers. You got to remember, at the end of the day, retail buyers could be anything. It could be me, it could be you, but I like to put retail buyers in a specific group of individuals. And you want to know what that specific group of individuals is normies. And when I say normies, I don't mean it to be rude or disrespectful or anything like that. I mean people that don't have an insight on crypto. They don't know crypto. They don't know market structure. They don't know market cycles. They don't know anything. They listen to people who show them projects daily. They invest when something is pumped up. Like they'll invest in this candle here, not knowing that this is followed by it. And that's what I call normie or retail buyers overall. And the thing is, and we really got to watch for those normie buyer traps, because they do come often and they do come at a mass amount. When we got XRP to pump, right? I remember this pump here specifically, right? If we actually mark this on the chart, so this pump here specifically, we got a whole bunch of news leading up to this. People were saying it's going to $1, it's going to $1. It was the Wall Street Bets pump that we got. That was a FOMO trap right there, and right then and there we knew that was a FOMO trap. I didn't buy into it. I do know a lot of people who did buy into it. They actually sold assets that they were holding that did perform astronomically well actually during this time, and they sold for this, holding out for $1, and $1 never came. That is why we always have to be cautious in terms of FOMO traps for retail buyers, because at the end of the day, we do get affected by those affect it, pumps or even dumps, if you will, because even Bitcoin was a massive FOMO trap for retail buyers and for normie investors when we did get the idea that, hey, Tesla's joining in on the fun, Michael Saylor's joining in on the fun. He was telling people up here to literally mortgage their house, mortgage their business, and go all into Bitcoin at these levels. And this is what followed up. A lot of people got hurt, right? And that's what makes me very, very mad and angry overall, because we do have a lot of these billionaires that join into this market. For example, Mark Cuban, that don't know anything about crypto. They don't know the fundamentals about crypto. They don't know what makes a solid project. We could look at HBAR, we could look at XRP, we could look at all these projects multiple times. We could find out the pros and cons, and they do seem incredible, but you will still see people shilling Dogecoin. And at the end of the day, listen, this chart looks very similar to XRP at current levels. Now, if we take some of this out and look at Doge, it looks very similar. Now, the only difference between XRP and Doge is the fact that this year around, we got a major pump, right? If we look here, now this is all massively manipulated. If we look here, it did over a 7,800% pump. Now, that is just from this year's numbers. If we actually go from this bull run's numbers to that topping point, let me zoom out a little bit, and we actually look at this, we could actually go to the bottom, which was the March 2020 drop, and we could actually see that that was over a 68,000% increase of price. I don't know if you guys could see that very well, because I do know that the screen is a little bit messy. There we go. So 68,000% of an increase in price, which a lot of people will say, hey, Elon Musk made us money. You could always say that narrative, but at the end of the day, look at what followed up. A lot of people are expecting this to go to $1. He was spewing Doge to $1 all over Twitter, all over social media. It was in the headlines. You will never see a solid project, for an example, HBAR, XRP, QNT, Chainlink, multiple projects out there. You'll never see them in the starlight like that because it's not massively manipulated. It's not easy to manipulate. Dogecoin is easy to manipulate because of its massive supply, right? When somebody sells a massive amount that they could have got for a fraction of a penny for their dollar, they could easily dump it, right? And ever since that SNL date, which was up here, it's been on a downward slope ever since. Now, I'm not saying that Dogecoin's going to a zero or anything like that, but I'm just saying right now, a lot of people will get trapped in FOMO in this game and don't know what to do next. A lot of people are at a loss on a lot of assets right now. I will completely admit to you guys, there's a few assets that I'm in on a loss. I just continue to add my bag because I do know at the end of the day what's going to happen. But I just want to say, if we were to do a 68,000% of an increase in price from our current levels, all right, now I don't really like to talk about this just because Dogecoin to this chart is not a good technical analysis overall, but we could see that if we were to do that, let's look at this percentage. So it would actually be a massive amount. 65,000% increase of price would be about to $500. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to $500. Please don't think that. But I'm just saying, if we were to follow this same exact pump, and it's even more. It's 68,000. So if we actually look here, now this is actually going to be funny. This is going to be comical, if you will. And we'd go to, all right, so 589 is a little bit over the percentage pump. Let's see, it would be like about 530 or 529 or something like that. So it's in the 500s. That's all we really need to know. It's about 520, if you will. Now, again, if it were to actually follow Doge like this, first, that would be massive. It would be insanely overwhelming for a lot of people. I don't expect this to happen at all. I actually don't expect this to happen mostly in many years to come. I do think that $100 is achievable. Most likely not this bull run, and a lot of people will hate me for saying that. Listen, I'm an XRP holder. I hold it. I'm very bullish on XRP. I just don't think $100 is achievable this bull run. A lot of people will hate me for saying that, but listen, I'm playing it safe. I don't want to be trapped holding a bag that I accumulated somewhere back here. I didn't, hold this asset for as long as I have, because I've been accumulating since early 2017, and I accumulated at levels that were below the all-time high of 2018. I sold my bag in 2018, rebought back at a lower price, and I've been holding ever since. I've been waiting for a massive pump on this one, right? So I'm just in everybody else's shoes that is holding XRP. I want this to go to the moon and beyond. I want this to be $15, $20, $100, $1,000. Trust me, if this went to $1,000, I would be ecstatic. But we got to look at it from the technical standpoint of, could XRP technically do a price point jump from even current levels, right, to $1,000? Not putting in aspect the market cap or anything like that. It would be 131,000% of an increase in price, astronomically insane. But like, we got to think about it from also a market cap standpoint, which I don't like to think about. I don't like to mention it on this channel and stuff, because I just don't think it's realistic to really judge projects on market cap in this game. But if we actually looked at this and actually said, hey, what would the total diluted market cap be of XRP at $1,000, right? It would be over $100 trillion in total market cap, which is massively incredible. It's insane, and I don't think it's ever possible. And the reason why I say that is because, first off, inflation would have to be at an all-time high. The market would have to be severely, pretty much inflated as well. And yeah, I mean, it would just be pretty much everything on fire. You wouldn't even want to use the money because everything would be just so astronomically increased in price. So this would take years on years on years. Now, the reason why I don't think $100 is achievable, and I will give you guys my full-on backstory here, right, too. I think $100 is achievable for XRP when CBDCs come into play. Until CBDCs come into play, which won't be happening for a year plus now, then we can pretty much throw out $100, because utility will drive XRP's price at the end of the day, but we don't have the things in store, or I should say in hand, to really get to that price point just yet. Now, a safer bet, and I will tell you guys my full-on price prediction, is $20 to $30. My conservative point is $10 to $20, with a median at $15. So I think those are very realistic numbers. I think that they are very achievable. The utility fork being Flare, being in place very soon, could also add a ton of value for XRP. But I just don't think that it's going to add the value that we expect it to. And a lot of people are shilling you guys nonsense, saying $100 plus. I am not that person. If you guys want to, if you guys want me to clickbait you into saying XRP is doing a 9,800% pump tomorrow, it's going to $100 next week, I'm not the person for that. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I am not the person for that. I am realistic to the T on this, and I want you guys to all succeed. I don't want you guys holding a bag for 3-4 years. I want you guys to succeed this year. I want you guys to be able to pay your bills, pay your family, help your family out, help your friends out. I want you, at the end of the day, to not have to worry about your financial burdens for at least another 3-4 years. And at that point, we're going to have another Bitcoin halving period where it is another bull run. But nonetheless, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Like I said, be very cautious about this, whole death cross thing, because the death cross thing is just all a made up, sort of fake idea to really trap, retailers into selling their bags at a loss, and basically having them FOMO back in when we do go to astronomical highs. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, it's Nick here. If you guys do want more free content, you guys could always follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial. You guys could also join the Discord down in the description below for free. As always, guys, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, and peace out.